So I was in this neighborhood as a young kid in the late 60s, and then through the 70s, and I worked and drove a delivery truck in the early 80s, and it was crazy.
There was nothing here when we opened. I can't even explain how much it's grown since we've opened.
When we walked the neighborhood, I was like, no f***ing way. Why here?
To create something unique in a neighborhood that was surrounded by meat packers. The inspiration actually happened for us in 2001 when we saw the transformation of the meatpacking district in New York.
You know, we started with oysters, pork, and beer, and then we really evolved to a lot of seasonal and local vegetables, seasonal and local meat, a lot of curing, a lot of pickling, a lot of preserving, a lot of baking bread, and that all happened in this space and some other secret areas in the basement. But we expanded to a butcher shop across the street so we can continue with whole animal butchery, and a bakery, which Greg Wade runs now, and it's amazing and growing. And so that was the original vision, but it changes all the time.
The proof is really in the food, the partnerships of our farmers, and also the community that we help create. And that includes our vendors and how important our vendors are and our farmers, because they feed off of us. And that's a really important aspect of a collaboration and our partnership with them.
The opportunity to know the farmers and know the fishermen and know the foragers, I think those stories are what makes food really special and what excites me personally.
If you go clear back to '08, I was just getting out of college and was looking to take our product from the family farm, direct to consumer, direct to chefs. And so one of the first stops I made was over at Beck and Blackbird at the time. And I just remember Paul Kahan being there and saying, hey, give me a sample. If it's good, I'll buy it. If it's not, I won't. And I was like, that's all I wanted, is an opportunity to showcase our product, and what we're all about is quality and freshness. So I'm pretty sure we were the first delivery in the door here at the Publican back in '08, and we've pretty much been coming every week since. So it's neat to continue to work together. And I would say it's one of my closest relationships, just as a partnership. And really it goes back to the history between myself and the partners here at the Publican.
Aaron Boone and my business partner Donnie did such a wonderful job with the remodel. First of all, the more intimate setting with the banquettes is incredible. I don't know, I love everything about it. It just, so happy. One of my mentors, Rick Bayless, and his wife Deanne, they said, you got to constantly reinvent what you do, and I think that's really happened here with the dining room. I think Rob Levitt in the kitchen is cooking some amazing food. I think that's super cool. I love the gallery style art. I essentially grew up in this neighborhood. My dad had a smoked fish factory right up the street from the Publican, and so I was here in the late 60s, early 70s, and the images that are captured in some of these old market shots are really how I knew this place. And when we first moved in here, across the street was Latino Meats, not Beatrix, and there were trucks every night. There were trucks parked on the diagonal there, and they'd open them up and they'd hose down the inside because they literally had carcasses hanging in there. So it was truly the meat market, and it's evolved, and I guess we got to evolve with it.
What you see is a lot of imagery that from Paul's book that Aaron selected, so she could talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, and I think we just wanted to use some photography that was already in place in the Publican cookbook. So there were already some really beautiful images that were telling a great story about what the Publican stands for, and then integrate those images with some ephemera that Donnie had, actually, some really cool postcards that were scanned and blown up, some artwork that was existing in private collections of one-off hospitality, and kind of get a little more playful with what was going on in here and tell a story of the partners and the restaurant and guests, and inject a little bit of color and personality.
The neighborhood has changed a lot. The whole horizon of this neighborhood is so different than 18 years ago. The demographics have changed tremendously. We have very different people coming here than they used to come 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, and also it needed a refresh, like visual refresh. And I think, I mean, to me, this looks like a new restaurant right now.
Our sentiments haven't changed. Our goals are the same goals. To treat people warmly and friendly, welcome them, serve them incredible hospitality, great service, and pointing to the kitchen, Rob, his new menu, his nurturement.
I'm excited for Rob Levitt. He's the man, great chef. He teaches me things. He is in touch with what's going on in cooking as anybody I know.
I am most proud of the team that I've built. Right when I started, my first big thing was to really kind of reset the culture in the kitchen. That's a hard thing to do, and kitchens are notorious for being rough places to work. And everybody talks now about kitchen culture and restaurant culture, and really what I want is for my cooks to come in and want to be here and like the food and like working together. And I think, nobody's perfect, but I think we have a pretty great staff. And I think that for the most part, I've got a team full of people who are excited to come in and make this food every day. One of the things that I'm really big on is, like, I don't come in here and say that these are my dishes and this is what I need you all to do. It's working through the process of every dish with the cooks and getting their input and making sure that, everybody's into it. Get everybody kind of personally invested a little bit into everything that we're making.
Melba, I wanted to ask you what you think about the dining room, the redo of the dining room. Do you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Up.
Up?
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
It's beautiful, right?
I like it. Pictures.
Yeah, they didn't put the picture up of you that's in the cookbook, though.
Oh, it reminds me all the beginning.
Yeah.
You know
what the deal is with Melba? You give her something to do, and then you get it back better than you did it in the first place. That's why Melba's so unbelievable. Anyways,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Melba.
I appreciate to be all these years with you.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
I have a vision for where this place will end up, but mostly it's just about the right products at the right time, really simply prepared, creatively, but simply, and delicious. So I feel like let's do what we've done. Let's get better and better, and let's have a good time. Let's have fun.
So it's our job to put the best product out there, the best service, the best food, the best hospitality, the best guest experience. Because we never know who's coming in from Indiana, New York, Europe, and our job is to make Chicago look good. We're excited about our new journey in this neighborhood, and we welcome everyone that hasn't been here. We always have a seat for you.